Whoa.
Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions. He loves to sing. Join our Discord and follow him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful, what is day? Wednesday, folks. I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so I almost said a Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's try it again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be on this beautiful Wednesday. Han, welcome into the stream. Han and N2, thank you for following the captain today. You know we love you, Han and N2. Thank you so much, my friend. Nice haircut today. Nice shower today. So, whoa, I lost my hat. Nice shower today. You know, not a haircut. Just sometimes, sometimes a shower looks like a haircut to the the untrained observer, but that's okay. Looking fresh. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hat. Let's get one hat. One hat. I dropped my other hat. Let's get a second hat on here. Thank you for the hat redeems. Boom, boom. Double hat. Hat 1, hat 2. Looking fresh, looking clean. Pure Luck 88. Welcome back to the stream. So wonderful to have you here. G, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm sorry you're experiencing a heat wave. It's spicy here too. It's been hot. We've been hot and humid. We're in what is it called? Monsoon season here where I live. Saw, welcome into a bonus hat. Welcome back to the stream. So I hope you're having a beautiful day. Craxy, congratulations on your first. Congratulations on first, my friend. You did it. Exclamation point first. You got it. Points. Get those bonus points, folks. Exclamation point here to get them while they're hot. M125, welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying your lurk right now. Dramulks, I hope your game's coming along well. Grumpy, thank you so much for the raid, folks. If you guys don't know, the incredible, the unstoppable Grumpy Game Dev. We do a collab stream once a month where we do some test-driven development. Be sure to give the Grumpy Game Dev a check. Give him some love, folks out there. The Twitch's largest VB.net programmer. Graham, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you, my friend. Mr. Zombie UK, I hope your game's coming along well. Folks, what are we working on? We are working on Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Surly with the hat. Let's get another hat on this. Oh, I dropped it. Let's get another hat on this stack. You guys ready for this one? Boom. How'd we do? Maybe I could program this way all day. If I tuck my chin in really good, I get this nice little extra chin. I get two chins for the price of one. Surly, only 3 hours left. Only 3 hours. I can't do it. I'm not that powerful. Michael, welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you. Thank you again for all your help. This game jam, it's greatly appreciated. Pure Luck, I hope you're doing well. Surly, welcome back. Folks, Captain Coder here on this beautiful Wednesday. We're working on Captain Coder's Learning a Game Jam. There's just a little over a week left. 7 days, 2 hours, 54 minutes, 41 seconds to make a game that's possibly about only one inventory slot. Get it in there, folks. You know you can. You still have time to learn. Still have time to grow. You still have time to code. We got this. I am in the process of making a game. My goal for Learn Your Game Jam, to learn some Blender. So I have been here working on this model. This is our protagonist. The main character of our game is this cup. I've been learning about 3D modeling. It's been rough, but I got it. I got some animations in. One day till I can order the mug. Oh wait, 12 a.m. today I can order. Let's go. Saw's gonna get his very own Captain Coder collectible, Captain Coder bean water holder. Saw, I hope you'll enjoy it. Folks, we're making a little isometric game. Here's what I did yesterday off stream. Took forever. Lurka, how are you? How's the Legend of Dragoon going? Lurka, welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you. Lurka, I hope you've been well. We are out here. We are working on a game. This is what we're making for our game jam here. I'm making an isometric platformer about a cup. So I've been working on 3D. I made this 3D modeling, 3D animating. This is the character for the game. And I've been working on, I'm doing absolutely fabulous. We added in this jump to our character. This is what I did yesterday. So we added this jump so it can jump up on stuff. Ooh, jump off of stuff. But yeah, we're making this isometric platforming game here. And then we can fall into the void, like that. What I want to try and do today, there's several things, there's a lot to do. We only have 7 days left to finish this game, finish this game. Enjoy your day, M125. I'm sorry to hear you got to keep coming and going. Lurka, how's Legend of Dragoon going, folks? If you guys want to watch a fun streamer playing lots of different games, playing Legend of Dragoon right now, be sure to go check out Lurka 8. You won't be disappointed. It's a fun time over there. People like to chat. People like to play. People like to have a good old time. Give her some love. Lurka, thank you so much for popping in. Craxy, enjoy your lurk, my friend. Enjoy your lurk. But yeah, that's what we're working on here now. Something I know I'm going to want to do. So the Jaggy Man, thank you so much. We are making some progress on it. We are making some progress on it. Seeing you run just now makes me think we need to have a heating system. The more you stand still, the hotter the cup gets. So you need to spend speed run to keep cool. That's a cool idea, Pure Luck. I've been really enjoying this throwback of a game. Legendary Dragoon's a classic. I know a lot of people, that was like their first 3D game. Thank you for the dopamine, Saw. I appreciate it. Proton, welcome back to the stream. Happy little Saturday. Happy Wednesday? Yeah, it's well, I mean, it's Saturday somewhere, right? Liquid in the cup. Natural flavors, that's what we got to do. So really, we got to make this a game first. I've decided we have to actually turn this into a game. To make it a game, I want to be able to transition between different rooms. Right now, the camera follows this character around. And what I really want to do is I think I want to make this game similar to Solstice. Similar to Solstice. Can I start up Solstice so you guys can see what Solstice looks like? RetroArch, here we go. I should install a different emulator. This emulator kind of is not great. I'm using Memon or whatever. Let's go ahead and, how do I start a game? I always forget how to start a game in here. File, load content, Solstice. All right, so here's Solstice. Let me get it so you guys can hear the game music a little bit. Turn that down. Tell me if it's crazy loud. Oh, it's not crazy loud here. All right, so this is the game that I'm trying to emulate a little bit. Look at that soundtrack. Soundtracks. Hang on. Can I turn down the volume without... I want to be able to see the volume while I'm doing it. That's okay. How's the volume? So this is the type of game I'm trying to make. That jam. So you can like push these things around. I gotta figure out what I want to do as far as those items go. But here's, I gotta listen to this jam some more. Isn't this jam good? Oh man. We're gonna have to write some music for this. So this is why I gotta get this game working so it's like semi-playable. I gotta get a couple puzzles into it. See, I wanna do this. I wanna do this where you have the little block and you can push it out into the world. Onto, and then climb on it. That music just slaps. Captain Enosa, welcome back to stream. Exactly, Pure Luck. You read my mind. I was gonna make it so you can drop sugar cubes. That's exactly what I was gonna do. Pure Luck for having the exact same thought I was having. Points, add, Pure Luck. Pure Luck, that's so fun. That's exactly what I was thinking. 125 points. Oh, this was one of my favorite games. All right, so here's what I want to set it up so that the camera will be in a specific spot on the screen, and we have to be able to add, I'm pointing at the screen, be able to add in these arrows and doorways into the scene so we know where the player can move in and out. So the camera's not going to follow the player around. Instead, you're going to be able to move. Oh, this music is legendary, absolutely. All right, so this is, I want to make rooms that look like this. Okay, we're in this isometric view, and then we can come through. A saw comes out of screen and that saws you a tree down. I can get the animation. Ooh, maybe. So, oh, that's right. I have to, there's like a thing I collect to get some boxes to appear in here. But that's what I want to do today, is see if I can get this room transition done. And then we're gonna, so something like that, room transitions. I can't jump high enough yet. I haven't gotten the wings, the wingalings. Oh, stop picking up and drop. Oh, one of those buttons is the turbo button. That's what's going on. All right, but I want to make a game that's kind of like this. So we're gonna get this key. There we go. Mine, you're not gonna get keys. It's just a few buttons that you press and like unlocks things in it, because it's one inventory slot is the premise. And I think with that key, we can actually see the next. There's some boxes that appear when you get that key. We're gonna make it a little bit less obscured too. So I'm pretty sure now that I have that key, if I come back here, yeah, that key actually makes these boxes appear. like this. 1 slot for key, 1 slot for items. So I'm not sure we'll have the theme of the game jam is 1 inventory slot. So I'm not sure we'll do that, but I think we will have like sugar cubes. We also need a little spoon and use it as a ramp for finished level. A little spoon, that would be cute. All right, so our goal here. All right, but my idea is I want to make it so that today I really want to get the room transitions done a little bit. We're gonna have to redo the character controller, I think, a little bit too. I don't think we can use a rigid body. I think we're gonna have to switch to using Unity's character controller. But this is what I want to try and make. So I'm just thinking about how much time I have left and how many things I have to complete. Oh, I love this game, Mr. Zombie. Yeah, but now we have like the high jump. So the idea is you're gonna be collecting different liquids or different components to make coffee, I think. So those are the ideas I have. All right, so that's what I want to try and get done today. I want to try and get that done today so that way we can have little levels. We have different rooms there to move between. Kovalaki, welcome back to the stream. Captain Anosa, it's great to see you. The Jaggy man, I don't know if I said hello, but it's great to see you as well. Welcome in, everybody. Captain Anosa, how's your game come along? Folks, if you guys want to check out someone else working on Captain Coder's Learn Your Game Jam, be sure to go give Captain Anosa a follow. Give him some love working on a reverse, what is it? You called it a reverse bullet hell game? Cool idle animation. Thank you. Thank you. We were working on the jump animation yesterday. So we got a. I'm pretty happy. This is my first ever attempt at 3D animation, so I'm really quite happy with it. Enjoy your lurk, Zombie. Thank you so much for that, Lance. Congratulations on your number 10, Real Sky Ninja. It's great to see you. How the heck have you been? It's been a while since I saw you. It's been a while since I put a hat on. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat added. Dopamine. Might have to. I got that fix. Might have to move this hat. Face a different direction here. 1 hat, 2 hats. Let's get another hat in here, Lurka. This one's for you. Solstice. The one where I was playing that was on the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES original. M125. Thank you for that. Wrong button. We need to get a couple more hats. Uh-oh. All right, hang on. We got 1 hat. 1 hat. These hats are stuck together. They're airtight. Ugh. I'm gonna have to break a hat. I didn't think the hats could get stuck together that way. That was wild. 1 hat. 2 hat. We got hats galore. Hats galore. Thank you guys so much for the hats. I appreciate it. Welcome into the stream, everybody. But yeah, that's my goal today. I got a new PC and I will need to figure out airflow for it. Never saw a case with power supply in front of the case before. Yeah, I've never seen one in the front. Like, when you say front, I'm curious what that means. So all the peripherals are in the back and then the power supply's in the front. So you have like 2 out vents or something. That's interesting. The hats are stuck, separates them. So it's to match them. That's fair. That's true. It's true. Tani, congratulations on number 12. Welcome back. How's your game coming along, Tani? It was great seeing you stream the other day. Probably not going to finish my game. That's okay, M125. It's about learning. Make sure you still submit what you have so you can get entered into the raffle. Upper right side of the case. No room for fans below it. Weird. That's super weird. I wish I could show you a picture. Maybe I'll take a picture, show my case. But that's what I want to try and get done today. So let's come into our scene here. We're going to come into our scene. And we might end up needing to move the camera back a little bit. My dog's probably going to want out of the room here in a moment because it's talking loud. You are going into my game under special thanks. By the way, you are await. Lance learned about await in Godot. GD script. Very nice. Our game is going great. It's now a good proof of concept of what the game could be if we spent a lot of time on it. I've learned a lot, but I'm not sure what to share what I've learned yet. So that's my goal for week 2 of the jam. Very nice. Awesome. I'm good. Real Sky Ninja says personal life been pushing me sideways a little bit. Got to keep that grind. Just got to keep going. Got to keep grinding. Real Sky Ninja, I'm glad to see you, my friend. Can you show the dog? Oh, Saul wants to see my dog. We think. All right. So we were thinking she's a German Shepherd. Well, when we got her from the shelter, this is Hazel. Hazel, Basil, hi. Oh, I've been noticed, Hazel. So this is Hazel. The shelter says that she is a German Shepherd, but we actually think she might be a Belgian Malinois. We were trying to figure out what we were talking to some people. People are thinking she might be a Belgian Malinois. So she might be from Belgium. Belgium. We keep joking. We call her Goober. She's the best. She's the best. She's aggressively loving. We're in the process of training her. She's almost trained. She's just sleeping there. She likes to lay on my feet. She's gonna get upset that I'm not paying enough attention. Thank you, Fodai. Fodai, welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you here, my friend. Your game looks like it's coming along nicely as well. I have some great games. My brother has a mute mixed with a Malinois. Gotcha. Yeah, we're not entirely sure. We're not entirely sure what she is now that we're in here. Okay. Belgians do have that personality. She's such a goober. She's such a goober. So have you brought her to a vet already? What did she say? The vet, well, we're going to do a DNA test. We're going to get a DNA test to find out exactly what she is. When we got her, the vet was like, oh, this is the most, so here's the thing. The vet goes, this is the most well-behaved German Shepherd I've ever met. So there's that, because apparently German Shepherds can be very, very protective of their owner, so be a little bit growly. And she doesn't do that at all. She just loves people. She's so athletic too. And she's awesome. Cute. I got a 10 months of Carpathian Shepherd with blue eyes, husky mix, and he refuses to do anything I ask him. She's pretty good if you're stern enough with it. She wants out of the room now. I've woken her up. I'm not paying enough attention. I'm gonna let her out of the room. I'm sorry, baby. You want out? You want out? We can go lay outside. Okay. So we're gonna let her out of the room so she's less bothered. I also have a Australian cattle dog, a blue heeler. He really doesn't like to be on camera. So we used to have a redeem, but it was really it really bothered him. So we don't put him on camera anymore. German Shepherds are awesome, but the shedding levels, she is, yeah, we got a one of the robot vacuums, a Roborock. When we got her, the shedding was crazy. We decided to buy one. I was skeptical. My girlfriend talked us into it. I was skeptical of the robotic vacuum. Oh my goodness, night and day. Getting the house vacuumed every day has really, really helped with that rather than like once a week. Yes, everyone but smart, which makes it worse. Here when she's a robber in the house, wolf pat. Meet now when you take the TV. That's right, so. She is a shedder for sure. Crazy shedding. Okay, we're gonna create 2 rooms. We're gonna create 2 rooms here. I'm not sure the height of the jump. I feel like this is the height that I want. So I spent some time finding this height. Up here, hang on, the body check is off. Body check. Oh, I turned it off because it does some like kind of weird stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo the player controller. I'm trying to decide if I want the jump to be this high or this high. I think I want it to be... Here, let's play around with it again. So it was 850 or 700. I think we're going to start at 700 and you're going to get coffee that lets you jump that high. You're going to get an ability that lets you jump higher is I think what we're going to do. So you start off jumping this high and then you'll get one. So in Solstice, when you drop the item, it actually bumps you up above it. In Solstice, you start out with a low jump, and then one of the items you get actually lets you have a higher jump. So in my game, I think I'm going to do that, where you start kind of low, and then you'll get some coffee added inside of you, and that coffee is going to help you jump. So I'm thinking you're collecting the components to make coffee. Is sort of what I'm thinking. Nice try, Saw. You almost got it. Cap, are you using an orthographic camera or a perspective with a super low field of view? I'm using a camera that's orthographic. So here's my main camera here. So it's orthographic, like this. And then all I have to do if I want to make more sides, I just increase this window. All right, so we can change how much we can see pretty easily. Bruce, welcome into the stream. Great to see you, my friend. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Oh, hi, are you gonna stream today, tomorrow? Oh, talking to Captain Enosa. Also, folks, be sure to go check out Infinitani if you can. We'll give a shout out. Let's make sure we give a shout out to Fodai Game Dev as well, who's also working on this game jam. All right, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's make two rooms, and I want to create a transition between the two rooms. Doing pretty good, not streaming today, thinking about biomes. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this here. We're gonna create 2 levels. Okay, but folks, be sure to go give Infinitani a follow. Streaming a game he's making for the Learn You a Game Jam. Writing an incredible devlog too, Tani. I'm so excited for what you're gonna submit. I almost said for what you're gonna turn in. I was thinking like, because I'm a teacher, turning in assignments. Ty Marley, thank you so much for the follow. Have you met Ty Marley? They have followed me today, you know. Ty Marley, thank you so much for following today. Dragon Spirit, thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on here to make my room a little bit bigger. I wish my room was a little bit bigger. I wish I was a little bit thinner. I wish I could program a little bit better. All right, let's create. We're gonna add in. I'm a big fan of Pro Builder. If you're not familiar with Pro Builder, it allows us to easily create 3D shapes. And we might end up, I'm trying to decide if I might model these rooms. It feels like I don't have enough time to actually 3D model them. So that's why I'm not going to. But let's go ahead and build out this room here. So I wanted to make 2 simple rooms like this. Okay. So we're gonna create a little room for we want to position the camera centered on this room. So that was the other idea I had, would be that we can have the camera. I don't know if the camera pivot on that is gonna be correct. Because we want it to be on the center of this room rather than in like that. Let's add in that texture as well. Dragon Spirit, I hope you're doing well. Can I not add this? Oh, I'm in the game view scene like that. All right, so we have that. Oh no, we gotta tell it to be ground. Put this as ground. Just this object. All right, so the idea is to have that. We need to move it down a little bit. We could also just add in, so one thing with the objects like this is, it's interesting, the corner's over there. I am just another year older and learning Godot. Very nice. Captain Daily Hot Tip. Did you know that SysInternal tools were bundled into a single software called SysInternal Suite? Yes, I have it. Has many debugging tools that are very good for developers. Also, SysInternals Live. Yeah, I have it installed. SysInternals, that's where I get this tool for drawing, for zooming. Zooming? We could zoom all over the place. You guys can see my whole desktop if I zoom in like that. But yeah, I have that suite installed actually. All right, if I miss something in chat, feel free to ping me on it. Let's add in zooming, among other things. There's many other things in it as well. It's not just that, of course. ZX. All right, so we might just need to manually place it. I do think I might need my camera to be zoomed out a little bit more to be able to see more of this. Let's try 15. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna want. Okay, and I wanna add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add in some walls. Let's add in some walls as well, as a, yeah, we'll add in some walls. Let's get the Pro Builder tool back. We'll do a new shape. We're gonna do just a plane here. I want it to snap. I think if I hold V V is not correct. I thought V was gonna snap. Did you remember what the hotkey is in Pro Builder to snap to vector? Let's do a new shape. Or is this what I want? A plane. Oh, I had a sprite. Okay, that might have been what it is. Oh, I thought V would let me snap to things. We can also use control to do the snap. All right, and I want my plane to go. Can I make my plane go in this other direction? I want my plane to go up. New shape. I can't. Or I don't know how. All right, but we can just rotate it 90 degrees. Negative 90 degrees. All right, so the idea here is I'm making a wall. Doesn't need to be this tall. We're gonna grab the edges, creating a quad. Or no, like, should I just do it as a quad then? I don't want this whole, I just want one of these faces, I think. But let's go ahead and pull this out this way. How long is this object underneath? Let's shrink this down as well. See how it's scaled in this way? I just want one of these. Why did it place 4? Is that just the default behavior? Can I get to place just one? Doesn't look like it. Ah, I could do cuts. That's what I need to do. I need to do 0 cuts in it. All right, let's delete this object. Let's do a new shape with 0. Can I do 0, 0? There we go. No cuts. And now the idea here is I want to create a plane for my wall. And my wall is not going to be super tall, but we can take this and now let's rotate this up negative 90 here to create a wall. Need to get another texture for my wall as well. And then we'll pull it out. And I suppose we don't actually need it to be entirely perfect. Two nerdy nerds. How long is the object underneath? I don't understand the question, or I missed something. Mars9T, it's great to see you again as well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Folks, if you want to go check out, oh, that's Adblock. Thank you for the update. Be sure to go check out Fodai Game Dev. Fodai's also making a game for Captain Coder's New Game. What you said when they came in. Oh, how long is this object underneath? Gotcha. Apparently that is, you know, I say many things. I say many things. I just wish, apparently I wasn't snapping this when I was putting it in. Or my textures, yeah, let's go with 25, -1, 25. There we go. There we go. Now if we just position this like so, we should be able to take this, edit shape, reset shape, 25, 12.5 maybe. If we put it at 0, 25, this should be right again, exactly the length of this. Why is this not? Hang on. 0. I'm trying to figure out why it's not exactly the size I want. Love that you can duplicate those and don't have to one by them. Goob, welcome back to the stream, folks. Be sure to check out the Average Group's incredible sponsor of Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, the Goob, the Average Goob Studios. The Average Game Studios, folks, sponsoring us here. Go check them out. Average Game Studios, sponsor of the 3 runner-up prizes for Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam. Give them some love. Make sure you check them out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Average Goob, how's your game coming along? So I think the issue is that it's not 00025. Yeah, let's put 000. Its pivot, you'll notice the pivot on this seems to be, okay, it's there. 0. The pivot there, I'm so confused by this. I'm very confused. Object size. Here's I think where Pro Builder shape. Hang on, let's just delete this plane. Let's create a new plane. Let's try one more time. New shape. And I'm just gonna edit directly in the inspector 25. 25. Can I not edit this shape? 25. There we go. 10. Zero, 0. It's even worse. Hang on. What am I doing wrong? Sometimes things get crazy. I kind of want it to snap exactly to where I want it to be though. Why did I go to isometric view? That's okay, I suppose. I need to fix my mouse as well. I've ordered a new mouse. You'll notice my mouse scrolling is awkward. What is going on? Hang on. This is bad. Is it easy to control? Do you duplicate the floor in this position and rotate, resize? I don't want it to be a cube. I don't want the wall to be a cube. I just want it to be a plane. We could do that though. That's one option, I suppose. So the reason I want it to be a, you'll see why. I want to be able to see through it if I'm on the other side. I don't understand why they don't line up. Oh, I can't edit there. That's so weird. Why is that? All right. That worked. I can manually place it. I just don't understand why the pivots aren't. That was interesting. All right, we'll put ourselves here. Now I gotta move my camera again. Zero my camera out. Is this not my correct cube? All right, we have to, all right, so here's our room. Move that camera out here now. Code Monk, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here. I never used Builder myself, just asking. That's okay. So the reason I want it to be a plane like this is the plane is going to be one-sided. I can duplicate this now. And the idea is with a plane, let's snap it here. With a plane, you can't see through. I won't be able to see through it, so I can actually put one on each wall. And it'll be see-through when the camera's on this side. Well, I want that behavior. So that's the behavior I want it to have. Is that I can only see through it on one side. That's why I don't want to use a cube. Because a cube will have all the sides, but I can have a room like this. And now the player in the game view, I still only see those walls. Is that a default behavior with these guys? That's a default behavior with meshes, yeah. That's a let's make these walls. I should make them walls instead of ground, but that's okay. So now I get held in place here like that. And if my camera, so I'm probably gonna have a thing where I can rotate my camera. If I rotate my camera around, you'll see that whichever position I'm on, I'm hating this. Why can't I adjust this? Oh, I have this set. That's what's going on. So it doesn't matter if I rotate it around here. BK, welcome to the stream. Congratulations on your number 17. So I want that behavior so I can have the camera rotate and we'll still see the walls. Of course, I have to get the walls in the right position. I'm doing absolutely wonderful, BK. I hope everyone else is also doing wonderful. It does make this a little bit two-sided window and use a transparent texture on one side and an opaque texture on the other. Yeah, that is an okay thing to do as well. -25. Why am I snapping so weird here? Is the snap, I want the snap to be global. That must be why. All right, but my goal here is to create 2 rooms. We'll have to carve a door out or something. Why does it snap that way? Shouldn't my snap be local? I don't understand that. Select all of these. We'll set all of these to 10. Why am I getting this little blip coming through that way? Is it related to this? Don't understand why I can't get these corners to line up exactly. What is going on? Is that exactly lined up? Or is this one not lined up? That could be it. Why is this thing's pivot in such a weird spot? I am so frustrated right now. Why is your pivot here? That is bizarre. Yeah, I can't get this thing to line up. This cube is 25 by 25. This plane claims to be 25 wide, but it doesn't line up. ChatGPT doesn't know how to do most of these things. For what it's worth, Natural Flavors, I have found ChatGPT to be very unhelpful in most of my work. Anything non-trivial. This reminds me of trying to figure out how to create a mirror in Unity. At times, what makes sense doesn't work. Using Claude AI. Yeah, but I gotta sign up for that. It doesn't just let me use it without an account. And also there's like this space here. The 5 there does, so notice the 0.5 moves it off. I just get one thing. So I could do something annoying like this. All right, so I could just, all right, here's what I'm gonna do, and I hate this. Good chat with you guys, most of your major life choices. That sounds dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for the hat. Let's get another hat on this head here. Where'd my corn hat go? My corn hat's gone. Am I already wearing my corn hat? I'm already wearing the corn hat. That's hilarious. Thank you guys so much for the hat, Red Dave Patrick. Let's get his hat on stack. Where'd my corn? I felt like we needed a corn hat, but we already had one here. So I can do this. All right, so I can grab. All right, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for the bonus hat. Let's get another hat on top here. You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. You guys just want to see me with all the hats. There we go. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Got another hat on there. Okay. I'm gonna grab this. Oh, I can't. I just want to extrude the edge. Oh, can I not extrude just an edge? Do I have the whole thing selected? I want just the edge. That's annoying. I was gonna extrude just the edge up. Humanity will end the day. Captain runs out of hats. Iced lemon tea. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. I want to do a Cap Coder themed game jam later, Lance. You're gonna host it, or you want me to have a captain, like Cap Jam? You want me to create one? But I don't have to. It's like 30 Celsius and sweat out here. Without hats, it's been. I like sweat. I don't understand what you're saying there. You're sweating like nuts without hats already? Oh, you sweat like nuts already. Gotcha. I don't know. My brain couldn't read that. All right, hang on. Let's try building one more time. Maybe I'm hating Pro Builder. Maybe Pro Builder is not what I want. Let's change our snap. Oh, we're snapping to 2.5s. Why aren't we? Why is snapping off? There we go. All right, we're gonna snap here. Let's see if we just create a room here and have everything snap together. Okay, things are snapping now. I didn't have snap turned on the way I wanted to. All right, snap was not turned on the way it needed to be turned on. It's gonna work fine now. Let's take this. Okay. I thought I was snapping. Apparently snap was not turned on. Spaghetti Code Factory, welcome in. Here we go again. Thank you for your lurk, Average Goop. Thank you so much for hanging out. Jolt, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Also, Snabble, it's always wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Okay, so now I think I'll be able to do this. Let's get a... I guess it doesn't actually have to be a cube, the level. Let's get this out here. I don't know why I had to redraw it. We're gonna get this out here. We are going to put that in there. Let me make this snap on Y like that. I wanted to make sure that this is a full set of grids. Snap, snap, snap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across like that. Jolt, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Folks, if I missed anything in the chat, let me know. Could you have a pane inside another object and use that for the parent object for more precise positioning? Not sure if it's doable in Unity. I could do that. I just thought, I didn't realize snapping was turned off. I was losing my mind. My snapping was not, it was like snapping to a different coordinate system or something. But now we have it here. I can drag this out like that, and then I should be able to simply rotate this up. Simply. Yes, there we go. Boom. Boom, did it. All right, and then I think I can actually just extrude like that. All right, now we actually have a seam on there. Boom, did it. All right, I just had to do it correctly. The answer is I was doing it incorrectly. Okay. Now if I go into my game, we got a perfect wall. There we go, perfect. I would always go for an odd number on one of the axes. That way it's easier, for example, to keep 3 tiles free and 1 occupied in the middle for obstacles. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. I don't think that's a bad idea. Okay, so I have a room here. I'm gonna create an empty parent here. Call this basic room. Maybe even make this a prefab. We gotta add a door, and I'm not quite sure how I want to add in a door. But easy, we got it. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Photon Gaming, that's right. Those are some crispy snaps. 6 would easy divide with 2 and 3, but would make placing obstacles in the middle uneven. So rooms are gonna be different sizes. We're gonna have different size rooms. So the example I was giving is, as we transition between rooms, every room's gonna be a little puzzle of its own. So not every room's gonna be the same shape and size. We'll have a variety of different rooms like this, where you have to accomplish different things. So this is like the template I'm trying to consider using. Like that. Oh, can I really not get up there? Do I have to do it this way? Hang on. Let's see if oh, dang it. The rooms reset when you move into them. So I'm thinking every room's gonna look like this. Be some version of this. Oh. I can do it. Do you guys believe in me? Oh. Hang on. I gotta hold my hands like this. Anyone else play Nintendo like that? So I have jump here and then the other button's this one. I could change my controls as the other option. That's the right direction. Why didn't I jump? That was disappointing. Yeah, so 1 uneven and 1 even axis. Yeah, so you'll notice this room though is 6 by 5. Oh, you're correct. Not every room's gonna be the same size. This one just happens to be this size. And this is mostly just so I can get my rooms working. We don't have to, it'd be easy to change the shape. There. Is this Dark Souls? Exactly, you're onto it. So it looks like we probably don't even want it to be that long just for how much we can see in a particular scene. The dark side of Souls, for sure. You guys are hilarious. All right, let's bring this face in. Like that. And then we can shrink these down. If I grab this edge, grab these edges. Hang on, I want to grab this edge. This edge should be connected. Okay. Bring that in like that. There's actually 2 edges here I have to grab. So we can do that. All right, and then we'll move the camera over just a hair. So the idea being that I can manually position my levels in areas like this. Bean Souls! Exactly, you guys are exactly right. Bean Souls. Negative 35. All right, something like this. Let's put a little door. Here. Let's add a little texture to this wall as well. We can just create a new material. I want red or green maybe. Might need to go find a texture to use. So that we can just add the texture here. Come back to our game. Oh, that texture is terrible. Now we can't see the seam there, which is interesting. We need an actual texture. I own a bunch HDR textures. I bought the ones. Oh, I wish I could remember the website. Website with free textures. Free PBR. Thank you. PBR, free PBR textures. Thank you, Jolt. This is the website I wanted. Free PBR. All right, let's go download. Yeah, this is exactly right. Programming that's at times cooking. You got a potato projects and pasta code. You know it. All right, so this website's a fantastic resource for getting some really nice. I've actually paid for the like $25 to download them all at once. Let's pick a texture that we like. Let's go with just this brick wall. I'm sure I've downloaded this a million times at this point. Let's go ahead and download it again. We'll add it in there and see if this will look a little bit better on our wall. Okay, and I'm gonna bring this into Unity here. It's not gonna be cartoony enough, so I'm gonna end up making a different one, I'm sure. I'm fairly certain I'll end up making my own. I made this texture. Maybe we do another wall texture that you can see, like, that's something that probably is important to be able to see the height of things. I hadn't considered that. We really want to be able to see the height of things as we're going up. So we're going to want something like this, actually. Maybe a different color, though. Not like that. We're going to want something like this on the walls as well, so you can see the height of things. Because of the platforming precision you need on the jumps, we need something like this on the walls. I'm thinking, but I want it to be a measure of how high. Oops, hang on. We got to put these in our ground layer. So we won't be able to walk off the edges. There's walls there. But it's going to be based on how high the player can jump. And our player jump should be this high. And then I'll go to 850. All right, so I need a second material. Yeah, let's create a second material. Let's create, oh, we already have one. We'll call this wall tiles. We're gonna attach this as the albedo to it. Why can't I attach you as the albedo? There we go. Put that as the albedo. So we can get a different color on there. And the tiling, I set it to 0.1, 0.1. But we can do something like, see this is gonna get interesting as we go around the corners. So you'll notice we have like slightly different orientation on this particular panel. But we can adjust the height here. 0.1 is fine. Why can't I edit these? What's going on? That is so weird. All right, 0.5. So I can adjust these up here. Maybe 0.4 is going to look correct here. 0.5. Really, I should put in 0.225. I should probably put in a tile and figure out the height of my jump and then gauge it off of that. The orientation of these UVs is interesting. And I'm wondering, so it's fine there, it's not okay there. It's interesting as we did the extrude off the wall that happened in this way. Can I modify the UVs? Let's go to Window, Tools, Pro Builder. I'm not sure the UV works that way. Open UV Editor for this face. Because I suspect it might be for just this face. Want to do a rotation. Oh, it is just for that side. Nice. Okay, so I can rotate it 90. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it would be just for that face. You'll notice it doesn't line up anymore. So we have to do like an offset on it as well. Rotation. I wish the highlight color wasn't so horrible. 0.25, 0.1, 1.52. Is it just 2? My controls are all awkward now too. All right, that way. And we're gonna move it up 1. It's not quite right. 0.75. There we go. That looks correct. Can you overlap the UVs? I don't understand what that means. What's interesting is because we have an odd number, put the islands on top of each other. I don't know what that means either. When you say put the islands on top of each other. I really want it to be one continuous texture. So this is doing something weird that I don't understand. Can I really want it to be one continuous texture that knows how to draw itself as it wraps around. Between these like two? Oh. So this is me not knowing how to do 3D stuff, by the way. It looks like you are correct. It looks like you're correct here. Let me try. I really want it to be one continuous texture, essentially, going across and around. What's interesting is, okay, I'm gonna try something. Can we delete just these faces? Delete face, delete face, delete face. All right, so I want to try this. I want to extrude this edge. So you'll notice as soon as I start extruding the edge, I want it to extrude differently. If I were to extrude pulling out this way, all right, I think this is what I'm gonna do. And then I can pull this down. As soon as I start moving this corner, UV unwrapping, I felt like so as soon as I start pulling this corner, the UV does something weird where it like rotates that whole thing. I think what people are suggesting here is that I can select this face. Yeah, we can just put these side by side here. Notice it's wrapping like this. Okay, so we do that. And then I position it. I wish this could snap. Is there a snapping option in here? I just want this to be right after this one. So if we watch here, can I turn this? I want to have this highlight off for a different color because I literally cannot see what it looks like there. Or to show it in here. Basically, this needs to be right at the end of this. Yeah, that's what I want to know as well. Anchor, lower right, lower left, 0, 0. There we go. So anchor at 0, 0 there. How do we do? That's what we want. That's what we want. There we go. There. Oh, was there an align button? I didn't see a line, but I was able to get that working. Okay. Let's go ahead and extrude this edge now. Thank you everyone so much for the help. That was super great. That one comes out okay. And then we'll do the same thing with this one here. Okay. So switch back to our face. Rotate 90. Nope. Rotate 90. Anchor bottom lower left. There we go. It's interesting that because it's an odd number, here's the interesting thing. Because it's an odd number, these line up. These don't like line up properly. You see how it's now on top of one another? So they have the same. Yeah, Jolt, I understand what you're saying now as far as like what islands are. I didn't understand what the terminology you were using, island. I've done UVs one other time. Rotate 9T. Please don't rotate me. It's true. Rotated 9T. All right, so now we have that perspective. It feels good. I'm wondering if I should change this to just so it shows up a little bit nicer. Have the wall be this so we can see the jump height. So 0.1 is what we had before for our tiles on our wall. So maybe we do this. You can't see it from this angle, but these tiles don't line up properly. All right, I do want the X to be, all right, so not the X, the Y to be shorter. So we can make half a jump there. Okay. Tony, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Happy Wednesday, my friend. We're in here working on an isometric platformer. Congratulations on number 20, Jolt. All right, let's add a door. Let's add a door. It's hard to tell which direction's forward. Let's move my character back. Here. So I'm gonna add a door on each one of these sides here. This just feels weird. The height of these feels not quite right. 0.25, 0.3. Feels better, maybe, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Should I do, why is it not letting me edit this here all of a sudden? No, does anyone know what's going on? It's like, should I make these cubes? Do you what looks better? What looks better, cubes or squares? Suggestion. What looks better, squares? Or so that they line up with the ground like that and then are shorter up and down? I think I need to do it this way just because of the height of the jumps. It feels a little bit weird to me. I think once we have objects in there to jump on, that we don't need that texture. All right, I want to cut a hole in my mesh here. So we're gonna cut a hole, or we can put a doorway. It doesn't have to be a full hole, but I'm gonna cut a hole in my mesh here. Right here. All right, so that would be on this wall. So I need to cut a hole. I'm not entirely sure how to do this, but I'm pretty sure I can use the cut tool to cut tool. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna use the cut tool on here. cut tool. My mouse is driving me crazy. Oh, do I not have a snap on the cut tool? That's really annoying. There's like no option to snap. Snap to existing edges and vertices. Can I add subdivide? Let's do a subdivide object. Subdivided everything. I don't quite want that. I really want to add in so it's interesting is I know how to do this now in Blender, but not here in Pro Builder. I want to add in some editors, new polyshape, open, vertex, position editor. Okay, so I think we can do a cut and then do then modify the vertex. Subdivide faces. There we go. There we go. That worked. I hit it a couple times. All right, subdivide faces, subdivide faces, subdivide faces. So now we'll be able to cut a wall out here. All right, that's what I wanted. All right, so let's go ahead and cut out a door. Delete faces. Now we have a door there that we'll be able to move through. And we need to add a little thing that says when we get to that door, we'll do something. I'm gonna add another door over here as well. Really, we're gonna let's add a door on every side. Let's add a door on every side. So I wanna be able to step through any side and teleport to a different location in the world. Let's also make the background now. Now that we have this here, I'm gonna make my camera be black. Like that. Give us that mystery.
Whoa.
Thank you for the raid, BitDash Software. Welcome back to the stream. BitDash, what were you working on? Welcome into the stream. Happy Wednesday, folks. Should give BitDash some love. If you happen to have anything you want to share with us, feel free to drop a link. Let's see. I actually have a new command here because the other one wasn't working. Ignore bot. Ignore BitDash Software. Let's try that. Got any links? Feel free to drop them with us. Thank you so much for bringing your people in. Wolfric, raid. That's right, Wolfric. Welcome back. BitDash, you are here. Freedom Forge Studios. Thank you guys so much for the raid. Welcome into the stream. Lieutenant Conquer, happy Wednesday. Great to have you here. Yeah, tell us all about your stream. We're in the process of making this puzzle platformer type game. Seeing if we can get our character to transition to a new area. So the player is going to step out of here. It's going to actually teleport them to another room. So I need to make another room for them to teleport to that has a door on the opposite side. Oh, I needed to, before I deleted this wall, hang on. Get these back in here. I wanted to make a prefab here. You're not going to let me undo that wall cut? What? That's crazy. You see this undo? I can't undo this wall cut. There's no undo for that. Oh, that's so disappointing. What? BitDash, building a 1/4 screen idle cat game and learning as we go. Very nice. Have a good stream. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh, I had a question actually. BitDash Software and I are going to do a game jam. Any advice? Yes. So you're going to run a game jam or you're going to participate in a game jam? Happy to give you some advice. Or advice is a strong word. Happy to give you my thoughts. Distron, great to see you, my friend. How you doing? You're going to participate in one. Make your game small. Incredibly small scope. Keep it tiny. Game design document is super helpful if you're working in a group. It's super helpful for individual as well, but to keep yourself consistent on what's going on, keep it as small as possible. Focus on doing 1 or 2 mechanic games and just finish a small prototype first and then build on that. Build on that. I've been a bad example of that here. All right, we're gonna have to rebuild this room real quick. We're gonna delete these faces. I hope that is somewhat helpful. Why can't I delete the faces? I had too much selected, maybe? Delete faces. Delete faces. But yeah, my advice is keep it as small as possible. Oh, the other one, have multiple people play test your game before the deadline, because I guarantee your game does not play the way you think it does. Anytime I've ever made a game for a game jam, it never plays the way I think it does. And that's always a frustration, is watching other people. The most frustrating thing is watching people try and play your game and saying, oh, I know how to, I thought I had this working, and then people cannot figure out what it is. Let's do a merge edges. Where's the merge? You see merge? You never know when someone's going to fall through the level. Yeah. Merge Gooners solution. Welcome to the stream over on YouTube. I don't see merge. Does anyone see merge here? Bevel connect edges. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want merge. Fortunately for me, I have a little captive brother who playtests. Yeah, I have my girlfriend playtest my games for me. She's great. Tells me how bad I am at everything. It's true. She doesn't. I'm just kidding. Watching someone else play your game tells you just how much you don't understand. There's no merge. I really want to merge these. Is there no combine edges? Merge objects. Merge all the objects together. Fill hole. Connect it. No, that's not what I want. I'm so sad right now. I happen to be on a Windows Solutionful. Solutionful asks, what OS do you use for Unity Dev? I happen to be on Windows. I've used it on Mac as well, so I have a MacBook as well. So on my Mac here, it works just fine. Works great, and I've never used it on Linux, but I have students who've used it on Linux. Oh, am I gonna have to delete this whole face again and redo it? I'm so sad that the undo option. Hang on, maybe we can do this. Let's go back in time. Why can't I undo deleting this? Why did it let me undo it that time? I am so confused right now. I am so confused right now. All right, here's our base room. Oh my goodness. Why did undo work that time but not before? Maybe I was imagining it the whole time. Prefabs. We're gonna make a base here. By the way, I just realized, what did you realize? Basic room here. All right, so I want to have this room. I'm wondering if I actually just make a separate scene so it'll automatically reload the room. That feels excessive. When you make a board game, it is a bit fun when someone is reading your instructions. They ask questions that will be answered in the very next paragraph if they just kept reading. Yeah, so reading is hard. Reading it, so as a teacher, writing instructions is a challenging thing. People don't want to read, they just want to have the answer right away. So I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make a second room, and we're gonna bring it into the scene. Why does this not snap? Snap! Why won't you snap? And why can't I? Oh, I'm on this. There we go. All right, so we're gonna move this room over here. And really, it's gonna be a room that's, I think it'd be nice to have these positioned in a way that they're logically laid out in the world and you just can't see them. We could potentially even have them actually touching and then just turn it on and off. Oh, that might be, I think I just had a brilliant idea. The snap is interesting here. Why are you snapping that way? All right. Okay, I have an idea. These two rooms are going to be connected. They're right by each other. This room's going to be turned off. You actually won't see it until you step into that room. I wonder if I can just make it not visible. So, that's an idea. Oh yeah, I'm wearing like 20 hats. Yes, indeed. We have, I think we are currently wearing 14 hats, something like that. I should add a hat counter to the stream. Okay. So I want to make it so that way when my character, we're gonna put a door here. My character moves through the door. They'll transition, the camera will pop to the next room. And so to do this properly, I've got quite the neck strength. That's correct, Wolfric. You know it. You know it. It's true. I subdivided the face. Subdivide face. Subdivide face. I could potentially just deform those. Subdivide face. You'll notice, let me try one more time. Did I just crash Unity? Unity rarely crashes on me. Okay, I think okay. This is too many faces, apparently. Every time I click, it has to, waiting for the mouse up to finish executing. All right. Oh no. This is not good. I should have hit save. I think my room is saved. Undo history. All right, we have an undo history. Let's go back to subdivide face here. It's loading. Give it a moment. It's having a moment. Okay. That was interesting. I've never had that happen so bad. Subdivide face. Subdivide face. I wanted the subdivide. Why is this so slow? It didn't feel this slow before. Yeah, we'll hit save here. Thank you, Wolfric. All right, we are gonna cut a door out here. I'm gonna put a little platform. No. I keep trying to do too many steps at the same time. Let's just put a door here. Okay. Our character, I don't think, is gonna be able to move through. They can't move back though. What was interesting is it also fell a little bit. Is this at position 0 on the Y? Why did they fall a little bit? That was interesting. They detected that they weren't grounded for a moment. All right. There's a wall on that side because the plane you can't move through. That's interesting. I do want there to be a cut on this side as well. So let's cut this side. Subdivide. One more time. Maybe I should be making these in Blender. They're so... The response time is so slow. Yeah, let's delete faces. Something super weird is going on. These are not lined up. These two rooms are not lined up. Wanted to redo, which is super weird. I don't know why they're not lined up. Let's delete these faces. So the weird line you're seeing is because it's not lined up with the room behind it. I think. Or is this a face? What is that? What am I clicking on there? The character creator on the bottom right seems to have a bug. Cricket, welcome into the stream. How you doing, friend? I do think that these rooms, for some reason, are not aligned either. Why does the undo... Hang on, undo... We're going to undo our subdivide. I want to make sure that these rooms are lined up size-wise. I think this one out here is slightly lower, so when I cut the faces, it's doing something really weird. You're doing good, glad to hear it. Also, Diston, I don't know if I said, but welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you. What's going on here? They are lined up. I think. I don't understand why my character's position actually changed. No, it doesn't. It's just for a second there, it thinks it's not on the ground. Wait, why? I'm so confused. It's going well. We are learning about 3D modeling. So we made this character. We made ourselves a coffee cup. This is going to be the main character in the game. We're making an isometric platformer. So we made this character. We added a jump animation, a landing animation, a running animation, and an idle animation. So I'm learning about Blender. I'm in the process of trying to create these room transitions. So when the character moves through the room, I want it to teleport there and actually turn this room on. I want to make it so that when you're not in this room, that the mesh render is just going to be off on these things. And when you transition to the room, so that you'll notice I can still stand on it, but I want to turn the mesh render on when I enter the room. So I'm making a game that's similar to Solstice. Is my plan. So I don't know. Solstice is a Nintendo Entertainment System game for the original Nintendo Entertainment System, which is an isometric puzzle platforming game. And so my goal is to make a game like this, where when you move in between rooms, it'll actually just change the camera, move you to that new room. I'm using Unity, but I made Blender. So I did not make Blender. I take it back. I did not make Blender. I made my character model in Blender and all the animations in Blender. We're gonna make more objects and stuff in Blender as well, but I want to get the base game working. The room itself I am doing with Pro Builder. So this is Pro Builder, and I'm not sure I like it. I'm feeling like maybe I should actually be making my rooms in Blender, because I'm running into some interesting issues. I think it's just me issues though. So to make this wall here, this is the plane. Cut a hole in this plane. I'm probably gonna recombine these. I'm probably gonna do this actually. This will actually probably clean it up. Hang on. Can I select these faces? You know what? This will probably clean it up a little bit. Merge faces. All right, did not let me. I want to merge. Merge faces. It didn't merge the back end, did it? Did not. Okay. Okay, so I can still keep these as quads and merge these faces together. Let me do that. Merge faces. This will actually make it a little bit easier to resize that door as well. Oh my goodness. Selecting things is hard because it's unselecting the other ones. Okay, so we can merge those like this. They're okay, just workflow for anything large in scope. They introduce too much frictions. Yeah, so I think I need my mesh to be like continuous. And so that's sort of what I'm going for here. Oh, there is. I didn't even realize there was a Blender game engine. I was stuck there as well. I can recommend Panda 3D if you use Python. I haven't even heard of Panda 3D. All right, so now that I have this, let's select this face. We're gonna subdivide. See, it feels like it's doing subdivide again. One more time. Yeah, I wish I could change this highlight color. This highlight color is horrible. See, there's something. What is going on here? Why did it subdivide this way? It's like, what is, I don't understand how it's chosen to subdivide, why it's at this weird angle. I'm gonna do an undo. Okay, something super bizarre is happening with the subdivide face here. Let's watch it at every... Maybe I need to turn this other room off. Click just this face. Subdivide. This subdivision feels okay. That subdivide was okay. I think I had the face behind it selected. No, it has... Okay, no, that's okay. Okay, let's delete these faces so we get a door. And then we're gonna merge. Is that the correct size? Let's turn this other room back on. Yes. Something feels so funny. About this wall. Is it just me or does this wall, something feels weird? I need to delete this, I think. Yes, okay. I need to go one higher to match it. All right, select this face, select that face. We're gonna delete faces. It was cut from Blender. As far as I know, it's being kept around a separated project. But also, as far as I know, it never received meaningful updates after 2001. Interesting, there's a massive license issue because Blender's GPL and to have a meaningful game, you have to package bundle the Blender code with your finished game. That means you have to, if you use the Blender engine. Interesting. Interesting. Silly Goof Mushroom, man. I didn't see your follow 3 minutes ago. Thank you so much for the follow. Silly Goof. Silly Goofy Mushroom Man 135. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much, you silly Goofy Mushroom Man. Thank you for the follow, Silly Goofy Mushroom Man. Welcome into the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. There we go. All right, let's merge these into a face. I want to make sure I didn't select those. Okay. I want to make sure. It's hard to tell what is or is not selected. I hope you're having a beautiful day, you silly goofy mushroom man. What a name. What an incredible name. Great to see you. All right, so now we have this. We can move between these rooms. I want to make it so that way the camera will jump between the rooms. I want my camera to be black again. The background here, the solid color. Maybe we won't make it black. So this room here should start. So we need like this idea of a room controller. A room controller. And the idea here is when we step through, the camera is going to jump to that room and turn on these mesh renderers. So the camera will move up there, turn on the mesh renderers. So let's create a script for this. Let's go into my scripts. I'm going to create let me save, actually. Save. Let's do a commit. So we did just finish. We just made some progress. This commit's going to be gnarly because I did a bunch of other stuff. Oh my goodness. The main thing here is chore. Create first. Create room with door. Create 2 rooms with doors. Okay, so the idea here is we're going to be able to transition between the 2. Okay. One thing that's going to be interesting is when we get into the second room, we're going to need to have like an arrow saying, hey, by the way, there's a door. No, if there's a door over here, we can't see the door. So we need to either have like an outline of the door so we can see it that's like opaque, or like have a low not opaque, alpha, have a low opacity and have like an outline of where a door is. That's one option. It's funny that we can kind of go through. Another option in a lot of games. So for example, in Solstice, they put little arrows on the edge of the world, which we might do as well. But we need a script here. I'm going to create a folder called rooms. And we're going to create a script here. It's going to be called our room controller, maybe something like that. And our room controller needs a couple things. Our room controller here. The room controller is going to need to have a collider that it says, okay, if you're colliding with this area, you're in this room. You're wearing a lot of game dev hats today. Slavical, welcome to the stream. People kept redeeming the hats. That's why we have them. Oh, we've been going for a little bit over 90 minutes. I think we got to take a break. I think we should actually take a break here. We're about to transition to a new thing. And so I think we're going to take a... Wolfric, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks. We're going to take a quick break here, though. When we come back, the hats reset after the break, so you'll have a chance to get some more hats going. Mystery! I saw your stream the other day. Incredible stuff, folks. You know, if you want to watch a real streamer, not just Captain Coder's not a real streamer. I guess I'm a real streamer. Be sure to go follow Mystery, folks. See this heart here? You want one of the most fun streams I've ever been in? Learning game dev, Mastery, not only is your name amazing, your stream's amazing. Folks, be sure to go give Mastery some love. Thank you so much for popping in. It's wonderful to see you on this beautiful day. Your game looks super fun. It's a game about your dog. If you got any links, let me make sure. Bot ignore. If you got any links for us, Mastery, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll take a look at them. But I'll be back in just a minute. I got to get myself some more bean water. I'm going to hydrate a little bit. When we get back, we're going to do some stretches. We're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to hop back into our game here. Oh, that water is delicious. Drink some water, folks. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, folks, Captain Coder's back. I missed you. Did you miss me? Look, we've been going for almost 2 hours here. Captain Coder loves you, which means you should love you. And if you love you, you got to love yourself.
You in the back. Pay attention.
And if you love yourself, one thing you do to take care... I missed you too, Raptine. Welcome back. It's great to see you. We're gonna get some stretches in, folks. So I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna implore you. I'm gonna engorge you to stand on up. Stand on up. Get up. I see Dramble, because I see you back there in the back sitting down. Get up. Get up. Stand on up. We're gonna get some stretches in. Go ahead and stand on up. Let's get our arms up at the sides here like so. And we're just gonna do a nice trunk twist, taking care of our bodies, loving ourselves the way we deserve to be loved. We're just gonna rotate back and forth. Oh, get that nice stretch in so our body doesn't get too stiff. Get that blood flowing. You don't want to get any of those repeated stress injuries. Arms up high. Let's lean in to the left. Oh, lean back to the right. Oh, left. Oh, sorry if my grunting is too much for some people. Oh yeah, reach up as high as you can. Get up on your tippy top. Stretch up. Oh, nice and high. Deep breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna go and hinge at the hips here, and we're gonna roll down, focusing on stretching the lower back and the glutes here. And just hang here for a moment. Oh yeah, doesn't that feel good? Just taking care of ourselves, taking 3 minutes every 2 hours or so, 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, move around, get that body going, because look, Captain Coder loves you. Oh, take a deep breath in, and we're going to roll up slowly for 5 seconds. Bring those shoulders up, back, and down, and we're going to roll them back. 2, 3, 4, add the elbows. 2, 3, 4, full arms. Luna, thank you so much for the daily. Congratulations on your number 22. Go ahead and roll those shoulders forward. 2, 3, 4, add the elbows. 2, 3, 4, full arms. 2, 3, 4. Oh, shake it out. Shaking it out. Doesn't it feel good to be alive? Doesn't it feel good to be out here stretching, taking care of ourselves, loving our bodies the way we deserve to be loved? Folks, I'm 250 points. So all you beautiful people, because I know you're out there stretching with me. Shake it out. Shake. Woo. Woo. What a workout. What a workout. Let's check it out. Munchkin, yeah, one of my favorite games. Where is my Munchkin box? Was my Munchkin box not here? It must be in the other room. I must have been playing it. I have a box full of all my Munchkin cards. I'm just not seeing it. That's too bad. Yeah, I have a... Where is it? So I have Munchkin Quest up there. That's Munchkin Quest. So that's Munchkin Quest, not the card game. That's the board game. That's Munchkin, the board game. So I have all the cards as well. They're in a little cardboard box. Oh, what do we got here? Thank you for the hat, Slavical. Thank you for the hat. Yeah, Mastery. That one's the Munchkin Quest board game. Yeah, Munchkin Quest, the board game. Which is quite good. It's very similar to the card game, but this one's the board game. Codemasters. It's like a kid's game. So it's a board game Munchkin. So you have like a grid. When you knock down a door, instead of just drawing a card, you draw a tile, and that becomes the room. There's usually a monster in it, and your players are walking around in the dungeon. Glad you got that stretch in, Luna. Welcome back to the stream. It's great to have you here on this beautiful day. But yeah, I have a ton of the cards as well. I'm surprised it's not in here. I must have had it in another room. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, fantastic. Yeah, so I have a couple board games. I'm a big fan of board games. I have a few of them back there. Just a couple board games. I was surprised, actually, not all of my board games fit on this shelf. If I laid them out flat, they would. But not all my board games fit back there, unfortunately. Nerd Waffle, welcome back to the stream. Nerdmind, how the heck are you doing? Do you play them or just flexing on us? So I had... yeah, don't even imagine, Wolfric. Because a lot of that is Magic the Gathering cards, which is a whole nother level of insanity. Darth, welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here, my friend. Cap has never played any games. I don't even like games. I don't even like games. Games are for suckers. Games are for nerds. That's right. That's right. Nerds. Nerds without life. No, I have. I'm a big fan of board games. We were playing them the other day, a bunch of them in the other room. Did you ever play in any MH3 drafts? What's MH3? I don't think so. I used to draft Magic the Gathering all the time, but I don't know what MH3 is. Remember in Modern Horizons? Oh, I've been out of Magic for a couple years. I don't play Magic the Gathering currently is Modern Horizons a Magic the Gathering format? What edition is the Twilight Imperium? Ooh, that's a good question. I think this is the third edition up there. Yeah. Game Dev over on YouTube. Hi, bro. Nice to see you. Welcome in. It's a set. Yeah, I haven't played. I imagine I'd like it because I like the modern format. I haven't played since, it's been a couple years. I think I haven't played any modern Magic. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in about 4 years. That said, I have complete sets of everything from 6th edition through Kaladesh. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. I used to play Magic the Gathering online. So this is at Magic Arena. Magic the Gathering online. If you complete an entire set on Magic the Gathering online, you can redeem it and they will send you a copy of the card sealed in a box. So they'll print a set for you and get the whole set sealed in a box. And so I used to play Magic the Gathering online. I used to draft probably like 4 or 5 times a week playing Magic online. The interface is pretty rough, but I used to play it a lot. And yeah, so I have a lot of Magic cards. A ridiculous amount of Magic cards. Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, let's dive back in here. So anyone who's just joining us, do you have the World of Warcraft trading card game? I do not. So for anyone who's just joining us, we are trying to make a game similar to Solstice. So this is a game called Solstice for the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's an isometric platformer. So you'll notice the perspective here is isometric. We move from room to room and collect items, avoid enemies, and solve puzzles. All right, so we can do things like this, where we sort of can pick things up, we can jump around, do this type of stuff, and we move in this isometric fashion. So we're making a game similar to this for the Game Jam here. And this is what we have so far. So we have our character. I've been learning Blender. So for this Game Jam, I'm learning Blender. And this is the character that I currently have. So we made a little model of a cup here. We can move, we can jump. And we're working on making it so that I can transition into this room. So I have this door here. And the idea is when I move into this room, we're gonna turn on, this other room's hidden, this room will turn on, and then the camera is going to move up there. I believe if I move on the x-axis, we'll move the camera up, and then we will turn off this room here. So that's the idea, is when I move into the new room, I need to switch to this room here and have the camera transition up. I don't see board games much. Luna says, I usually saw everyone play card games like from the Western playing card games, or sometimes Exploding Kittens is a pretty fun one. Wow, TCG is awesome. The WoW TCG, I love it more than Hearthstone. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a trading card game that was specifically, what am I trying to say? Specifically World of Warcraft. Okay. What I want to do is in our room controller. All right, so our basic room, this is going to have a room controller on it. We need this idea of like when we enter the room. All right, so void on enter. So when we enter the room, I want to turn on my mesh renderers. Okay, so I'm going to have, I guess, a list of mesh renderers. I could also just have it enable or disable the whole room. The reason I don't want to do that is I will still want the floor. So I think I'm gonna go with a public list of mesh renderers like this. Renderers. Can't use this syntax in Unity C#. All right, when we wake up, can I populate this list? So I'm curious if I can populate this list by doing git components in children mesh renderer. So this will find all of the children mesh renderers. Maybe we should have it all off and our rooms actually just have a, you know what? I'm trying to think what the best way to do this is. Something I could do is actually have the children objects inside disabled. All right, so I could have, rather than having just the mesh render off, have them actually disabled. The room itself will have a collider. Maybe the floor doesn't. So like the floor might just have the mesh renderer off because I still want the shape of this so that there's a platform when I move in. Nerdwaffle, anyone have any good audio suggestions for a game jam for both sound effects and some kind of loop song or programs any tutorials for musically inept? Darth Blackman, speaking of Legend of the Five Rings. Legend of the Five Rings. You see that down there? You see a thing down there? You got I haven't played this in a while. This should be called what's a living card game. You see that big stack behind it? This is all of the Dynasty packs. Yeah, Legend of the Five Ring. We got a lot. They're all we got Crimson Offering, 20% off. These were all, that's wild. I got these on such a good deal. This game is awesome. This game's out of print now. No, that's the biggest disappointment with this one. Disappointment's not quite the right word. They're not making one. There are more games behind the games. I know. Meow Purr, welcome back to the stream. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We're gonna go put these back on the shelf here. Before I get too into Legend of the Five Ring, this game, great game. Great card game. The Call of the Cthulhu card game here too. That's another living card game that is just like insanely good. Games behind games upon games. Dark Flagman, don't worry. But you have Battle of Rokugan though. I don't have that one. Woger L5R kind of killed my favorite card game, 7th Sea. I don't know if I've played 7th Sea. We heard you like board games, so we put board games behind your board game so you could board game behind a board game. That's right. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Maybe we do just leave these on. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go find Zaft. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing, friends? Hope you're having a beautiful day. We're trying to implement a room controller here. All the mesh renderers. I feel like we need to be able to like reset a room as well. All right, I'm trying not to get too ahead of us. We're gonna write it this way. Renderers equal. This returns an array. All right, if I do this as an array, how do we fill? This doesn't return an array? Oh, array. Okay. Renderers dot disable. dot, we got a loop draw for each var renderer in renderers dot disabled is enabled equals false. Okay. When we enter, we're gonna do this. Like that. Toak, congratulations on number 24. Finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Was it your first time? Or was it one of your first times with the Lord of the Rings trilogy? All right, we're gonna add this component here to this room. Room controller like that. And I'm curious, we're gonna run it. Yeah, it gets those room controllers. You'll notice it got disabled when it woke up, so we don't see that room. When we move into this area, so I need to create, I'm really interested. We're gonna need like a camera position. Where do we want to move the camera? I'm wondering, because notice, is this in the center of the room, this selection here? I'm not sure. I think the pivot's down there, yeah. I need to create, yeah, this is, if I had the camera go to that position, it's not gonna look right. 30, 0, 0. Yeah, the camera is not gonna be in the right side. 30, 0, 0 is not gonna be correct. The camera needs to move up. Is it just 30? Maybe it is 30. Why is this negative 35 though? Okay, so we can have the camera match that. I'll try putting another room up above this as well, and we'll see if we can get that. So 30 seems like the right number. And that happens to be the position of this room. The 0 isn't right. Let's add in, we need to add in a trigger to this room. We're gonna add a box collider. And where did that box? It's really not in a good spot. See how that box collider, this is where this room thinks it is. Our friends were like, hey, we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings. Wanna watch with us? We were sure. They decorated their entire house with a medieval Shire look. Oh, that sounds so much fun. When I was in undergrad, we used to do these, I call them hackathons. It wasn't a real hackathon, but just like a weekend-long coding experience where we'd watch The Lord of the Rings, and the goal was to like finish something as a group during that duration. And 14 hours, I think is how long it is from end to end, or we might have even made it 16 hours. Try and make something in a day was the idea. I'm going to add in what happened. Why did those turn off? Why don't I see this? I hit something that turned these off. What? That was weird. That was super weird. All this room. Bakshi's Lord of the Ring is an interesting. There are parts that I prefer, but yeah, they're holding up pretty well. Bakshi is interesting. Oh, some really interesting movies. Wizards is like one of my favorite. That particular film was so rushed. Unfortunately, I don't know if you've seen the documentary where he talks about creating it. So I have Bakshi's Lord of the Ring on DVD, and there's some extra features about just the pressure he was under to produce it in such a short amount of time with such an entirely small, the animated version of Lord of the Rings. So this isn't The Hobbit. A lot of people confuse it with The Hobbit. But yeah, the animated Lord of the Rings is a fascinating, truly fascinating Wish he'd gotten to finish. Yeah, the one with the rotoscope. Yeah. Room, camera, pivot. Can I view this in? So that's interesting. Let's change this actually to box, room collider. Because I want to be able to put this in the center of the room like this, so I can add in a box collider like that. And then I can edit it out, because I know that this room happens to be 25 by 25, or not quite 25 then. And we can adjust the position accordingly, like this. 25. Weird that it didn't scale. One of these should be 30 because it's not the same size. Okay. And we'll make this 20. There we go. So this is our room. There's going to be a little something weird about this, but we're going to register. So I have a little, we're not going to be able to move in here right now. This is going to be a trigger. Okay. So the trigger, and I want to send a signal back to my basic room to do the on room enter. And so I want to have a thing that lets me talk to this room trigger here. It's my room collider that we can use for on enter, on exit, on enter and on exit to get information, connect it to the player, move the camera about. It's a random question, Captain, something I've been struggling with. How do you stop burnout? Oof. If I had the solution to stopping burnout, I'd be very, very wealthy. I can tell you what I do. If someone knew how to just stop burnout. So it's an interesting thing. Anyone who claims that you can stop burnout would be exaggerating at the very least. I think everyone burns out. With me, I've been feeling pretty meh about game dev. When this happens, I usually stop my project, delete it, and start over. I don't want to do this because I never finish anything. Yeah, finishing is hard. I think for me, I do a lot of very small projects that I know I can finish, or that I feel comfortable finishing, or that I'm not worried about not finishing. Thank you so much for the hat. Let's get a hat going here. Thank you so much for the hat, Watson. To help with burnout is, I would say, pacing is really, really important. I go through these moods. I get manic about things sometimes, where I get obsessed and just want to do that thing. And that's what causes the burnout for me. Any Mortal Kid, thank you so much for the hat. Redeem, let's get another hat on the stack. Thank you so much for the hat. And so I think, especially if you want to be able to do something consistently over a long period of time, you can't just do it 8 hours a day every day. Thank you so much for the hat. You gotta find times. I'm trying to thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for the hats. Yeah, thank you for the hat. Luna, thank you for the hat. Silly Goof Mushroom Man, you're almost there. And Immortal Kid, welcome back to the stream. Wonderful to have you. Toak Photo, I'm not sure if I said hello already, but welcome back in. Talking about burnout, yeah. Persistence is key. It's like running a marathon versus running a sprint. So small projects like a game jam is more like running a sprint. You can keep going, you can push yourself to get through there a lot. The burnout is coming from running out of energy in that thing. So pacing yourself in a sustainable way. And I think for me, when I was doing a lot of contract work, what I would do is I have a planner. And I know this sounds old school. I have a physical planner where I write down, I'm going to do this thing 45 minutes here. I'm going to do this thing 90 minutes there. Plan out my month, not hour. So my month was not hour by hour. My month was like long-term goals. What am I going to do for my month? At the end of each week, I plan out like this week, what do I want to accomplish? What are my goals? My days the night before, writing out my plan for that day. What are the goals? What do I want to accomplish that day? How does that get me towards achieving my final goal and keep me from burning out? At the end of each day, at the end of each week, at the end of each month, reflecting, saying, what did I manage to accomplish? What were the things I was struggling with? And then iterate on those things. That is what has worked for me. Something I will talk about with streaming, for example. I can get really burnt out on streaming. And when I first started, I was so excited. I was having so much fun doing it. And I just put so much time and energy into it. I was getting burnt out doing that. And for me, knowing how to scale it back so that it doesn't feel overwhelming was really important. So that's one of the reasons, I take a lot of breaks during the school year. I scaled back to just 9 hours a week on my streams, that kind of thing. I hope that kind of answered your question. I know it was sort of roundabout saying, hey, there's no one shot answer. You got to find what works for you. But I think pacing is one of the most important things you can do. AM Game Studio. How do you make a texture in Unity look like surface of wood or stone? Great question. Let's do it. AM Game Studio. Welcome to the stream. Let's do it. All right. Let's create we're just going to add a cube to our game here. Create a 3D object cube. All right, let's go zoom in on this cube. Here's our cube. We want to make this look like wood. Let's start off, stone's easier. Let's start off with stone. We got to go find a good material. I recommend this website here. freepbr.com. Fantastic textures that can be used in Unity. That are royalty free, I believe. For commercial, non-commercial. Let's make it look like this brick here. All right, I've already downloaded this here. I downloaded it earlier today. So I have this brick wall texture. Let me extract this and bring it into Unity here. Okay, so I've downloaded this file, the Unity version, and this comes with a couple different things. Comes with a couple things, albedo. It comes with our AO, our height, our normal, and our preview. The two that I'm going to show you to use right now are going to be our albedo. So we're going to start with our albedo. I come into my materials. I'm going to create a folder here for my materials. And I'm going to call this brick wall. Like this. And I'm just going to add this texture in like that. I need to make a material now. So I'm going to create a material called brick wall. And I want to make the albedo, this little square here is where we say what texture to use. Okay, so I'm going to take this texture and I'm going to add it in here. Now I have this material and I can drag it on to my cube. And you'll notice it doesn't look great. It looks pretty flat. It doesn't really pop out the way we want it to. All right. Next, the real important thing here to make it look like a real texture has to do with this, what's called the normal map. So we're going to take this normal map and we're going to add it in. Okay. I'm going to select my brick wall. And I'm going to go down to where it says normal map and I'm going to add that in here. And then it's going to complain saying, hey, this isn't set up to be a normal. I say, go ahead and fix this. Notice when I add in my normal map, it makes this look like it has some depth. The normal map says, how should light essentially reflect against this thing? The normal map says, on this texture, how should light reflect? So you actually don't even have to do the full 3D thing here, and then you can sort of adjust it. So we're going to say this brick is really smooth, non-metallic, and then we can sort of adjust how deep we want this to look. 0 here, notice if I have 0 on my normal map, it says there's no depth to it. 0.5, we can increase this to where we like the look of it. Okay. And then you can play around with those things. There's one other thing we can do. All right, so the normal map really gives us the depth that we want. Okay, next, let's add in, hang on. Let's add in the height map. All right, here's some masses. 0 flat brick, 1 bricky brick, yeah. Height map is another little thing that we can add in here. So the height map sort of says, the white colors, I can't remember. I think white means it's further away. Black means it's white is closer to you. Black is further away. So notice the cracks are black. That's saying that's inset. And so we can take now our height map, add it in here, and it gives us even more depth. It makes it look like there's even more depth here, and we can adjust it in and out here. So notice, you can say what sort of factor do we want on those. All right, so that's sort of the idea of making it height map displacement. Yeah, thank you, JD. So the height map is use it to sort of say, okay, when I'm rendering this thing, how should I warp it in the world in the perspective that we are? So those are the tricks. Those are the big ones. You can do some stuff with occlusion and other things, but those three will get you almost all the way there. All right, let's do wood. Let's do wood next. We're gonna repeat it one more time. Height map, add more parallax to the texture, I think. Yeah, I'm not an expert. I usually import mine. I don't make mine in Unity. That's right, Luna. That's right. John Lou, welcome back to the stream. JD, how the heck have you been, my friend? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's do it one more time. Let's duplicate this cube. And let's go find a wood texture. For what it's worth, I've never made my own. That's not entirely true. I've never made my own real textures here. Okay. So let's go back to free PBR. Let's go find a wood. Let's go find a wood that I want to use. There's search. I'm sure there's wood. Let's go find wood. Loading, 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 loading. Older wood flooring, tavern. Ooh. I like this cheap plywood. Let's see if this cheap plywood's gonna be okay for us. All right, we'll download this. Okay. We can use any of these, really. All right, let's go ahead and save. I'm gonna add this into Unity here. Let's see what this comes with. Okay. Cheap plywood. All right, same thing. They don't always come with all of these things, but notice we have an albedo, we have our height map, and we have our normal. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna create a new folder. We're gonna call this cheap plywood, like that. Give you the willies. Usually I call the albedo the color layer. Yeah, albedo feels like an interesting word to me. I guess we could add the AO in there as well. I'm pretty sure that's just our occlusion. I almost never add in the occlusion, but we're gonna create a material. I'm gonna call this cheap plywood. We're gonna set the albedo. We're gonna set the normal map. The important thing here is to fix the normal map to be in Unity, and then we're gonna add in a height map. Boom, now we got wood. Look, folks, we got some nice wood going here. Look how nice this wood is. We can make it smooth. We can have a smooth wood. We can have a not smooth wood. We can have a metallic wood. I don't know why we'd want a metallic wood. Normal map feels good on this one. 1.252. This might be one. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that wood. That looks good. Are they free for commercial release on game? These ones are, yeah. You can also, for $25, you can download all of them. Download all of them here at once with commercial rights. So for $16, you get all of the textures on this site. I think you can use them for commercial without this. Free. Let's see what it says. But yeah, I love this site. Oh yeah. Everything on this site for $16. Insane. Ambient TCG is CC0. Thanks, JD. Drop a link if you have it, JD. Yeah, I know albedo from studies of plant reflection during the Ice Age. Yeah, so albedo is just basically saying how does the color reflect. The other thing that's nice about albedo here, you'd be like, oh, I want darker wood. Maybe I want that nice redwood. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice little cheap redwood. Dyed it a little bit. Thank you for the link, JD. Yeah, but that's how we do. That's how we do it. I hope that answered your question. Oh, I can't wait for my new mouse to come. Look at how bad the this. I'm just scrolling out. What is the texture site? The one JD just sent that one. The one I like is free PBR. Like, the one that I've used the most is freepbr.com. Freepbr.com. Let's read the about. I've started asking for a really small fee of $16, which allows you to use any of the PBR texture on the site commercially. So you have to spend $16. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for hanging out. I'm glad that was, I hope that was helpful. All right. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's go back to our basic room. We are in the process of creating a room controller. So the idea here to move into this room. All right, when we move here, I want the camera to jump. Gotcha. Very cool. Yeah, I know there's a lot. The other place you can look that I've looked a lot is Open Game Art has some great textures as well. So when I move through this room, through this threshold, I want to have it. So there's two things that I want to have happen. The first one, let's duplicate this room collider. I'm going to move it to this room here. We'll reset the position. Hang on. Gotta put that in the center. Okay. $30, $25, $35. There we go. I didn't make this other one wide enough. Or these rooms are different sizes. What the heck's going on with that? Are these rooms different sizes? Why is this room? How is that? Oh, okay, it's just going the other direction. Hang on, I didn't have it set properly. 30. And then we need to shimmy it over a hair. Wish I could see that. All right, so these are our two room colliders. When I leave this room, so we want to have this enter and exit, enter and exit. So we want to know which rooms we are in. I have one question. Materials can be imported from 3ds Max. If you export, I don't know specifically about 3ds Max. If you export as an FBX, they get imported. Yes. Orshi, welcome to the stream. Sigian, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Congratulations on your 27, Sigian. Not bad. Orshi, I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Okay, so we have this room collider. You don't need... So the question, I don't know. So usually, so for example, I don't use 3ds Max, so I don't have the right information. Lance, if you're not lurking, I know Lance uses 3ds Max. Lance, if you happen to be here, you might also want to ask on the Discord, because I know there are people that use different tools there. There's an Ask for Help channel that would be worth probably asking questions in. All right, so what I want to do is two things. I need to know which room I'm in. So my camera needs to know which room I'm in. Or, yeah. So we have two things that we got to do. Let's add a room controller to this as well. Room controller. We want to say when the player enters, 3ds Max import into Godot, Unity. I usually focus on the materials in the game engine. Gotcha, Lance, no problem. Material Maker is a really good texture making tool. It's also built with Godot, nice. Folks, if you want to go check out a Godot dev, an incredible Godot dev, go check out JD Does Dev.
Like you're talking with Captain. Let me see.
Probably answer all of your I am Godot
not the
questions
captain,
for
but
you.
my eyebrows also move in a way like the captain.
Giving us some great advice. Thank you so much for the help today, JD. Folks, be sure to give him some love. I want to add, that's what I was in the process of doing. I got distracted. We're gonna add in a script here, which is like a trigger notifier. And these are gonna be on our room colliders. It's gonna allow us to listen to these things. Maybe we'll call it a room collider. Room collider trigger. That's what I'm gonna call it. Room collider trigger. Okay. Just to make it a little bit easier And we have to rename this room collider trigger like this. And it's gonna have two things here. It's gonna have our, we might do more, but on enter, void on trigger enter. Should be a public. When player collide with the room 2, then rendered true. Essentially, yeah, what we're gonna do, and I think that's what we're gonna do. I just wanna make sure that these are working here. I'm gonna make an event that we can listen to and get them connected here. Kroto Kahani, welcome to the stream over on YouTube. When player collide room 2, then we need to move the camera as well. I'm making this so that the parent object can listen. So I have this room controller here. The room controller is going to go find this trigger and listen to it. And maybe we can even give this thing a name. Let's do a public string name like this. And by default, we'll have it, unnamed room. Is that how we do unnamed? Does unnamed have 2 N's in it? It feels like it needs to. All right, when we wake up, we're going to go find, it's going to be our private room collider trigger. And just to make it easy to see in our inspector, I'll do this. Room collider. Do it like this. This is sort of what I should really do for all of these. It doesn't matter that much. Field, serialize field like this so we can see it in the inspector. We're gonna come in here and say room collider equals get component in children. Room collider trigger, so we can register on it. I want to be able to register on it, and then we'll do a debug.assert room collider is not equal to null, like that. Let's do renderers dot length greater than 0, like that. Nameless, unnamed. Untitled room. We could grammatically connect is unnamed. I feel like unnamed. Unnamed. Unnamed, totally a real word. Not having a name or identified by name. Not named. Yeah, unnamed room. No name. It just look the 2 N's next to each other feel weird. Feels very weird. You know how sometimes words just look weird? Your brain gets caught up in a space. It didn't come up. I'm on Bing, so maybe Bing is incorrect. I've been giving different tools a try. Don't hate me. I know I'm using Bing. Okay. So get our room collider, and then I want to register. So I'm gonna do room collider dot. Oh, we have to add an event here. We have to add an event. So there's gonna be an event we can listen to. So we're gonna do a public or event. Is this really what I want to do? Do I want to do a Unity event? Maybe we make it a Unity event. I'm not sure. I can't believe you're not using Yahoo, Bruce. I know, right? I know. Yahoo! Tika, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's go with the Unity event, I suppose. 7-letter words is always unlucky. Unnamed, it's a 7-letter word. Unity event on enter. Okay. We'll do on enter dot invoke. And we have another one, the public Unity event on exit. And we're gonna do on exit dot invoke like this. So now in our room controller, we have this thing. We can actually register this here. So we're gonna do room collider dot on enter. Can we do it this way? On enter? We can't do it this way because this is not a C# event. Ask Jeeves, is Ask Jeeves still around? Dot add listener. I'm not sure this is what I really want to do. Room collider dot on exit dot add listener. We'll add an on exit here. So it sort of like forwards that down. Public void on exit. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna add in a debug dot log exited, and then we will do name this, just so we can see. So what's interesting is we're gonna be entering one room before, because we're gonna be touching both of them. And so I need to do something clever where at some point we actually make the transition. I could also just make it so that like the transition happens right when you touch. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. Maybe right when you enter it, it'll trigger. I don't know. We're gonna play around with it. Let's do this. When we exit, we're gonna disable these. We also have to move the camera. You're gonna have to move the camera as well. Let this reload here for a second. I remember that Yahoo sound somewhat. We do have a time using it before it goes out of favor or something. Old phenomes where words lose meaning. Word satiation. That's like when your brain gets it. They got sued over that. Over the sound? Hang on, something weird happened here. Did we not add in a room collider script? Okay, room collider trigger. Yeah, room collider trigger. All right, we need to, it'll like reset the room as well. So it'll actually turn on. That's actually not too bad. You'll notice the character is like, there's some weirdness about it. Yeah, there's a little bit of weirdness. Are you going with the grid-based movement for the game? So technically it's not grid-based movements, it's isometric. So I can actually run, if I hold down multiple keys. So if I use my gamepad, it's a little bit easier to run. I can go any direction. It's just if you happen to hold down straight down or straight up, it goes that direction. Distron, I don't know if that answered your question. There was a guy claiming the yodel was his voice, not sure what became of it. Gotcha. So I need to do, I thought it was grid-based in the original. No, and the original is also not grid-based. In this game here, you can actually move in between, so it's not grid-based. I can press both at the same time to get the strange motion. Well, actually, I can't. Yeah, so I can't press up and left at the same time on this game. Oops, I can fall in a hole though. I learned have particles by pouring coffee in a cup. I want to do something like that. I'm trying to get it. Exactly. That's what I have right now. If I press, so just so you know, if I press, I should show it on the screen. If I press up, I move that direction. I'm just pressing up right now. If I'm pressing down, I'm pressing just left, I'm pressing just right. So it moves in cardinal directions, exactly. So it's not grid-based, but the movement stays on the plane. Like in the cardinal direction on the plane. When players near the second room, then apply render as true, so collide size is increased. So the falling, the falling that we're seeing is actually just that there's a lip. These two things are not the same mesh. So the player's detecting that they're not on the ground. So I just need to make that ground check not happen. Right? There's a brief moment where I'm actually in between those two things. I need to make it so that it's only against my body check here. The collision that's happening as well. Let me make my camera move as well. We might just say like, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. What's happening is there's 3 different objects I believe there's 3 different objects entering and exiting at the same time. And so if I turn these off, well, maybe not. Hang on, let me clear this. Yeah, notice there's 3 different objects entering at the same time. I need to make it so that it only does it against like my player body. So you'll notice I entered 3 times. Yeah, there's 3 objects moving between this thing. Saw, you're so close. You're so close there. I am surprised a little bit by that, because I'm not actually turning. For a brief moment, it detects that it's not on the ground. It's not actually falling. If we watch the player's Y, oh, it is. Why is it? There's like a lip, little bump. I don't understand that. You're close, Saw. Need a couple more points for a round of Q-less. Let's get our camera to move. We're gonna add in a camera as well. We're gonna add in a camera pivot. So it'll be easy to set positions as well. Add a component. Not add a component. We're gonna add in a empty camera focus like this, and this is going to be where the camera will look. So our camera here is going to have a target. Let's go edit this script, and we're going to make this a transform, rather than being a Y here, public transform target like this. We got 86 lurkers. Thank you for letting me know. I just keep my viewer count off so I never see, because it's too much. It can be too much, too overwhelming to know. What we'll do is transform dot. This is the easiest thing to do. Equals target dot position. There's a rotation we could potentially apply as well. Okay, so let's come over here. And the reason I'm doing that this way is we're going to be able to change our camera's pivot. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on. We're going to start by having this be our camera focus. And what we can do for a camera focus, we just set it this way. We can just set, we can find the right position for every room in there. I'm surprised this isn't 0. Should it be half the room's width? 15. Ooh, that might be a good indicator. 15. And then negative 12.5. And then the Y. 12, 6, 2. There's probably some formula here. Is it 20? There it is. That's the center of the room. 20. So what is that? 5, 10. Copy position. Our camera focus here. Go ahead and paste the position in here like that. So this will be where we go. I want to make it so when we move into this other room, we're going to move the camera there. So we're going to create another camera focus. Like so. I want to move this down here. Inflare next. Congratulations on your number 28. Not bad. Not bad. Let's put this at 10. What is this one? This one was at negative 12. Oh, it's 20. Like that. All right. So the idea now is when I move into this room, the camera switches to this camera focus. And then it'll switch back to this camera focus. So we just have to swap that in there. You're so close to the Lambo, it's true. Saw, just a few more hours. Just a couple more hours. Like on, look, Saw, on a, like, cosmic scale. Like on a cosmic scale, on a geographic scale, you're like, it's like right there. You know, you don't even have to wait for the end of the heat death of the universe. You're not even, you know, you'll get there. Don't worry, I believe in you. All right, let's go to our room controller. Can I get child? Not a component in the child. Some have tried. No one has successfully purchased it yet, though. I'm gonna create a tag component for this. Camera focus. Camera focus. Yet, exactly. See, you know. You understand. You know the game. APOC, let's get another hat going. Thank you so much for the hat, Redeem. Boom, there it is. Thank you for the hat. APOC, I hope you're doing well. Let's open up this script. This script is doing nothing. It's just finding the camera focus. It could have a reference to our main camera object. All right, so a camera focus when this thing awakes. Let's go into our, let's get the camera object. So this is our camera follower. Public camera follower. Camera follower. When we awake, we want to go get this in the scene. So find object by type. Find first object by type. And does this do it in the scene? Camera follower. We're gonna find out. Like that. We're gonna add this on here. Dramulks! Almost there. See, Dramulks got it down. Camera focus. When I start the scene, there we go. It does find the camera pivot. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna put this on these. Camera focus, and then we're gonna update our prefab to have all these in here. Let's give this room a name. Room 2. Room 1. By writing Cinemachine 2.0, you know it, Sigian. I'm making Captain Coder's amazing Cinemachine 9000 SUX. That's right. Ooh, got a nice bruise from rugby. That's what rugby's all about, right? Getting those bruises, enjoying them. Okay, so now I have my camera focus. Let's do one more thing. In our room controller, we're also gonna have our camera focus. Public camera focus. I guess these don't really need to be this way. I always feel like, just in case, I like these to be like this. Camera focus equals get component in children, camera focus, boom, debug dot assert, camera focus, it's not equal to null. Is there an assert not null? Debug dot assert, no, there isn't. Stream idea, just make a game in a custom engine in C# instead of using the like Unity or Godot. We done that, we did that, we made a game. Wait, is Muniz the top then? Muniz is the top. How many points does Muniz have? Let's find out. We gotta go deeper. Viewers, pointage, Muniz, what happened, Dramox? What happened? You were so close to Muniz, but now you're like 10,000. You're almost 15,000 points behind. A Make Godot remake? Yeah. If you want to watch someone making their own game engine for fun, Andreas Sasdev, let's make sure I got that right, is making their own, in C#, Andreas Sasdev is making a custom game engine, yeah. If you want to watch someone make their own game engine in C# from scratch, go check out Andreas Sasdev. Some awesome stuff going on over there. Doing exactly what you're suggesting, Saw. Not a remake of Godot, but their own custom game engine. Oh, hang on. Bring this back down here. Captain Godot. Yeah, that's right. So I have our cameras focus on enter. We're gonna do camera focus dot camera follower dot target is equal to camera focus. What are you complaining about? Camera target cannot be used in this concept. It's not accessible. All right. Well, now it is. Camera focus dot transform. Okay. Moment of truth. Unreal Captain. That we could call Unreal Captain. Captain Unreal. Haha. All right, folks. Moment of truth. A little glitchy, but essentially, we almost need it to have the minor transition time there. It almost works. We almost have it. So this is what I said, I gotta do something slightly clever here. This looks good. All right, so I gotta do something, it almost works, yeah. So what I need to do is say, okay, we know which room we're about to transition to. We haven't actually fully entered this room until the player exits the other room. What's interesting is this shadow. Yeah, the shadow is interesting. Captain Isometrics machine would make it work out of the box. Well, no. So Cyber Angel, the problem is, hang on, maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know enough about it. The problem isn't that it's not working. The problem has to do with turning this collider, this image on and off here. Whoa, Windows 11, what are you doing? Your PC is not eligible. I'm aware that my PC is not eligible to upgrade to Windows 11, but it will continue to receive Windows 10 fixes until October 14, 2015. You guys can't see. All right, maybe I can show, maybe I shouldn't show you this. My other desktop, Windows drives me nuts sometimes with this. This is what happened on my other desktop. Let me show you real quick. This is my other desktop right now. It literally just popped up like, hey, aggressive. I don't care what you're currently doing. We're just gonna have this pop up on top of everything. And just so you know, your computer's not eligible to update to Windows 11. But we're not going to support it. All right, so anyway, let's turn that off. Aggressive message. There's no option to say, don't remind... Check, look how annoying this is. Look, there's a remind me later option and a learn more. There's no go away forever option. Windows 10 is pretty old. There. Did I leak my name? What's my name? Where I don't see my name on it. Everyone already knows my name. Does it show my name here? Takuki Morita? I don't see my name here. Everyone already, it's not that hard to find my name for what it's worth. All right, I guess I'll just click remind me later. Okay. Linux is pretty good these days. I use Linux pretty regularly. So here's where I am. with using here. You want to know why I use Windows? It's because I have students who use Windows. That's why I use Windows. And then it turns out OBS runs the best on Windows. Coding classes age 10 to 14. That's right. It's a reminder to switch to Linux. I already have Linux, so. Okay. I need to. I have an idea. So there's a few things. I have a few ideas. I'm gonna make my camera. You're Captain Bort. Do not dox our favorite Captain Bort. Who's this Captain Bort? Can you get Visual Studio Code on Linux? I feel like I know, but keep forgetting. Yeah, VS Code works on Linux. VS Code runs in your web browser, actually. VS Code is just a web browser, it turns out. Floyd! No, my name's Bort. You guys didn't know? You guys didn't know my name's Bort, Bortison, of the Bort clan. And I hail from Bortia. Yeah. Now you know. Now you know. So what I think I want to do. What I think I want to do is my camera follower. Borty Bort. Any relation to Mort? No. Mort. I get asked that a lot, Nerd Waffle. No relation to Mort. No relation to Mort, just Bort. My brother Dort, though. I am related to Dort. What I want to do here is I want to do public. I'm going to give this a queue. I can do a list. I'm going to do a queue. I have an idea. A queue of room controllers. Maybe I just make it a list. I think queue is the right thing. I could have a pair. Really, it's just going to be two things in it. Let's just go with a list. List of room controllers like this. Okay. Rooms. Okay. When we awake, rooms equals a new list like this. We're gonna do if we almost don't need this, but if rooms dot count is 0, do nothing. Otherwise, rooms of 0 dot transform.position is gonna be equal to rooms of 0. So the idea here is the room that we should be displaying is the room that is the first one here. Room of 0 dot, and really this update is gonna be, this update's overkill. The Captain Board is not the Captain Coder Board. Related to your brother, even if you were adopted. I am related to my brother. I'm telling you, it's not weird. I am related to my brother, Dort. The Fonz approves of no relation to Mort. I'm using Windows as I need something that sucks in my life. Oh boy, oh. Camera focus dot transform. Dot position. Okay. Really, I want to have a thing called void public void perform transition or switch rooms or queue room. It's like a queue room. All right, let's do it without the. We're gonna simplify. I'm about to make things too complex, so we're gonna take it simpler. Set this position here like this. When we enter a room, we're gonna do our I need a reference. Aha. Camera focus dot camera follower. I need a reference to this thing here. Dot rooms dot add this. Remove this. There's only going to be 2 rooms. And if we have some weird room where you're like on a corner. All right, let's try this. This still isn't going to work. I still think it'll move us. Let's make sure we can still move rooms. We can. Okay. Okay. So we need to do something better here. We don't actually render it until this is the active room. So when we enter, we actually add the room here like this. We have our renderers. I'm gonna write a little thing here called public void show show. Let's do show. Then we'll do another one called public void hide, like this. We're gonna get rid of these. Like that. And the bad way to do this is going to be like this. And hide the rest. This is the bad way to do it. So we're not going to do it this way. But I'm going to show this horrible way to do it. And it's not actually that bad. It feels horrible. Every frame we're saying like show, hide, focus. We need a thing that like swaps this out. We'll actually swap it here. This actually won't work. We want to, when we go to remove it, we do want to hide here like this. No, we only want to, we don't want to remove it. We need to like mark it to be removed. This is trickier than I thought it would be. We're gonna wrap up here in a moment. Okay. We can do this weird. Can we get halfway between? No. Okay. All right. So the reason this is bad, or the reason this code is kind of flawed, I do think we need to have like a, you guys think we should add in like a small question. So in, and this might just be a, so in Solstice, you'll notice when I go to a new room, it pauses for a second. I get a pause for a moment. And my thought is that is like a restriction on the Nintendo. I'm trying to decide, it's annoying in your opinion? So there's one thing about it that's gonna be kind of nice. So there's something here. I can't actually see what's in that room until I get in. So if I keep holding the movement down, I might run into a trap. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm not sure if I want it. Well, we could do both. We're gonna try without it to start. You'll notice I do need to add in a little indicator that there is, I can go back here. So I think, so in Blender, I'm gonna make a little arrow. I'm gonna make a little 3D arrow. We could also just use an arrow sprite and like put it flat out there as a render. But yeah, we can transition between the room now. Maybe make a door frame. A door frame. Yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. I'm just trying to get. We have 7 days. We got to make an actual game that's playable at this point. Jemin, welcome back to the stream. Great to see you. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We do have to wrap up here. We did get this working. It's pretty bad. I can't get. Oh, because we moved the camera at the same time. I don't quite understand the show. I only want to do it once. I only want to do it once here. I only want to set the position once as well. It only adds it in here. I think I might be able to do the following. Public room controller room. Let's do this. Room dot transform dot position. And then I gotta wrap up. I ran into a wall last night with video memory and learning Unreal. So how real does it have to be? It doesn't actually have to be playable. The question is, do I want it to be playable in a week? Yes. Yes, I do. That's the challenge I've set forth for myself. And we're gonna do camera focus dot camera follower equals this dot room equals this. Okay. Okay, so we'll have exactly one room shown at a time. I think that's pretty good. That was bad. Why is it something terrible? Why is it off like that? Oh, because I shouldn't be on my room. Hang on, I messed up my script. My camera follower. Shouldn't be my room, it should be a room.camera focus. There. Here again, how play the problem you ran into because you learned blueprint optimization, good. Optimizing can be good if necessary. There we go. See, I get that flicker again. Where's that flicker coming from? Why does it solve it? I don't understand why it I don't need a new room. Let's do public void set room. Room controller new room. What we'll do is we'll say if room is not equal to null, or we can even do room dot hide. So we're gonna hide the current room if there is one. We're gonna do room equals new room. Room dot show. We're gonna set the transform dot position equal to the room dot set the room. Room dot camera focus dot transform dot position. What are you complaining about? Objects should not use null propagation. Oh, okay. If room is not equal to null, we can hide it this way. We get rid of this update, and then in our Room controller, we don't have this hide anymore. Instead, we're gonna do set room. Okay. Let's test it now. Suggestion on raids. If you have an idea for someone to raid, feel free to send it my way. If someone's doing if someone doing Learn You a Game Jam, we want to do that. There we go. And I want to, yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. A little, adding a little opaque doorway was the other. Sorry, a little low opacity doorway would be nice. I think that's what you were suggesting, Distron. Sorry, I was confused. Adding a little doorway that you can see there would be perfect, actually. I like that idea. All right. So let's save this. Let's get a commit in. I'm pretty happy with what we have here. I wanted to get room transitions done this morning. That was the goal. We did it. Yeah, I think adding a doorway and you can see it no matter which side you're on is the way to go. And we could change the shape of it as well. I was thinking, sorry, I was thinking you were saying to add a doorway here, and I was like, oh, that would be good. But no, the doorway so you can see it on the other side is what you were suggesting. So I'm sorry that I misunderstood what you were saying. I think that's a great idea. Let's get a commit in here. Chore, implement room, first draft of room controller. All right, we're going to push that up. Save our work here. We're gonna raid out, folks. Doge Coder, what a name. Thank you so much for the follow, Doge Coder. Welcome in. Thank you for following me. Thank you so much for the follow, Doge Coder. Glad to have you here. All right, let's see if we can find someone to raid into. See if anyone's doing Learn You a Game Jam. Learn You a Game Jam. Just me right now. We've had other people. Be sure to go check out. Let's give a shout out to Beegs, who is also doing Learn You a Game Jam. Isn't on right now, but streams every day before me. So if you're here early and I'm not on, go find Beegs. Beegs, an incredible streamer. We're gonna give a shout out to Fox Hollow Games as well, who's also doing Learn You a Game Jam. Some awesome people here. You can also search Learn You a Game Jam. So I gotta wait just a moment. Infinitani. No one's doing it right now. We're gonna find someone to raid. Maybe Jackie Codes. Tej DV is making a game in, swimming in CXS. He's often making a game engine in OCaml, which is awesome. Ooh, I've never had a chance to raid Sephiroth, but he's playing Zelda, not doing game dev. Too Much Tomatoes awesome, we raided the other day. Time manipulation. Magatron's not programmed. We raided Styx, D. Mulroy. Let's raid Jackie Codes again, folks. Incredible Godot developer. Does a lot of fun stuff on her stream. We're gonna raid Jackie Codes here in a minute. I want to make sure we get a shout out to Fox Hollow Games here when we can. Shout out Fox Hollow Games, who's also gonna be doing a game jam here. I gotta wait another minute, but Fox Hollow Games is doing a game jam as well in 2 weekends that I'm gonna be participating in. So you guys might want to consider joining Fox Hollow's game jam if it'll load here. That's weird. Something wrong with itch? Fox Hollow Jam -2. This game jam, I'm going to be joining this for the Iron Man, or what he's calling the Gauntlet. Yeah, this one's starting soon here after this one. July 5th to the 13th. So if you're not too burnt out from Captain Coder's Learn You a Game Jam, you can join this one. One of the cool things about Fox Hollow's Game Jam is that partway through the game jam, he will review your game live on stream and give you feedback for the most growth. So his is all about gaining a skill, growing a skill, and improving as you go. So I think that's super cool. I'm gonna be doing the 3-day gauntlet. All right, let's see if we can give a shout out here. Let's try one more time. Shout out Fox Hollow Games. Make sure I got that spelled right. Fox Hollow Games, yes. There we go. So be sure to give Fox Hollow Games a follow as well. Streaming Learn You a Game Jam, Beegs, Fox Hollow Games, Infinitani, lots of incredible people out there.
We're gonna go raid Jackie Codes. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back on Friday. I won't be back tomorrow. Thursday's my day off. We'll be back on Friday, though. Folks, thank you so much for hanging out. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye-bye. Thank you for the hat, Lance. Thank you for the hat. Oh, wrong button.